Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Animac here for AnimeUproar, and this is Rant Café number 35. Yet another Rant Café live here every Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anime podcast for the ages. Welcome, everyone in the chat, everyone joining me today. We got Anime Recon, we got Briggs, the other guy who's not afraid to show his face, and we got Soul Maka. What's up, boys?
Not much. Pretty good, man. How about you?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Glad to have you guys here. And what we're going to be talking about this week is anime that will change your life. Anime that really spoke to us, that inspired us to, really see things differently in life, motivated us in some way, and really got us to love anime and to think about life in a different way. I got many examples of this. And also, I was thinking about, if we have a good conversation here today and I get some cool ideas, I might make a special video about these type of anime eventually, because I've been thinking about it for a while. So yeah, if you guys would like to see something like that, do let me know down in the comments or in the chat or whatever.
That sounds pretty cool, man. Cool idea.
Yeah, because I thought, we're all anime lovers here, so why do we really like anime? Is it just for the ecchi like Recon, or is there something...
Oh, fuck you, man. Yet you pull out this shit on me.
Because I love you. That's...
Yo, the ecchi, you still understand. The ecchi inspired him.
Inspired me to do what, exactly?
It changed his life.
It gave him better understanding of the female form.
Fuck bitches, I don't know.
No, it didn't. I just like it. I don't know.
And by the way, guys, we also got... Oh, who's this? Who's this?
Is that a Nuxtaku?
Ooh.
It's an assassin.
An assassin with a weird-ass skull mask.
Tis me.
Yeah, Nux might be joining us. Is he? Where is he? We don't know.
Well, we'll let him set up.
The point is, yes, Noxtaku might be joining us today. He is another quality YouTuber. You can check him out, link in the description. He makes really hilarious content, like sarcastic anime trailers for Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, a lot of really hilarious stuff. And, however, his German counterpart, Nuxtaku, is far superior. But I don't speak German, so I have to...
Thank you.
Is that him? What's up, man?
Not much.
Good to have you on the
How's the
show.
Rant Cafe this evening?
Welcome, bro. However, your screen looks like you are Kurogiri from My Hero Academia right now.
Don't know why that is.
Try to set it up so you have an avatar. So, if you turn off your webcam, your avatar should appear like it did at the beginning. See how you have Recon and Soul with their... So basically, if you just turn off your webcam, but you keep your mic on, that's what should happen. There you go.
Cool.
Can you talk now?
Yeah, it's the assassin with the weird mask again.
Yes, excellent.
That's
Welcome,
fine.
man. Glad to have you. Over there, Gorgeous Grimac was talking shit in your comments saying you'll never come on Rant Cafe. You're just going to keep messing with us. But you're here.
Yes, finally.
Came through.
Awesome. Yeah, and Nox, we're going to be talking about in this episode anime that really inspired us, motivated us, changed our life in some way. Does anyone want to start before I go on a massive rant about Gurren Lagann, guys?
No.
Really?
Of course, it's his
If
favorite
you want to
anime.
start with Gurren Lagann, you can go for it. I'm pretty sure we all know what I'm going to be talking about today.
Is it One Piece?
Yeah, the One Piece boy.
Actually, you're all wrong.
Is it Kenichi?
It's Kenichi, the
Kenichi, the mightiest disciple
Oh,
boys.
yeah.
Anime that's changed your life has a lot to do with when you watched it or what it's about. It's definitely a personal thing for anyone and how it resonated with you. If you guys don't mind me starting, it's obviously Kenichi the Mighty Disciple. Just because the time in my life that I watched it was about grade 9 in high school. And if you guys don't already know, the people watching, Kenichi the Mighty Disciple is about a character known as Kenichi Shirahama, who basically had nothing going for him. He was who wasn't that good at school, was horrible at martial arts, wasn't good with girls. much going for him, and being grade 9, not really knowing too many people, I kind of resonated with it, I guess. And I was never the most motivated person. And the way Kenichi, the Mighty Disciple, goes, he ends up over the top masters, and he trains in martial arts. But while he's training in martial arts and getting stronger and having these badass fights, he grows as an individual in other areas, and you really see the transformation from the beginning to the end. Like his confidence, his strength, how he is around people. Like his entire persona changes. He gets really well developed. And I personally really I guess I found it very motivating. Like in grade 9, I didn't do any sports, didn't get involved. Super confident because I'm a grade 9, right? But then I guess I found motivation in it. I started working out. The next year I did 5 or 6 sports. I wasn't very driven. I feel like it has inspired me. It would probably be Kenichi the Mighty Disciple. It really pumped me up and got me motivated to do something with my life in a way.
That's awesome, man. And I really like your new background. It's pretty cool. We're getting some posters behind us as well. If you can see there, Golden is setting those up.
Oh, that Cowboy Bebop one?
Yeah, we got some Cowboy Bebop. We got some Ecchi Ryoko. We got Ecchi Yoko and Ryoko, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, AnimeUproar, actually, what happened to your flag? Where is it?
It's still there. I just don't feel like setting it up because it's I prefer to be able to just take it out and wave it randomly on the street. By the way, shout out to some of the regulars in the chat. My boy Gorgeous. We got Brandon saying hi. We got Nick Victory Fire, Ethan, Saija, Tuya, Snoorly, of course, Forgotten Non-Girl Bro, Anime Fanboy. I saw Nana in there earlier. Really cool peeps. By the way, Gorgeous said, oh yeah, Ghost Hunter and Ryan are there as well. Ghost Stalker. And Gorgeous said that Code Geass really taught him kind of the horrors of war and how, war really is like losing a relative. I actually went through war as a child back in the former Yugoslavia, so I kind of had that experience. But definitely I feel like anime is a really good, some anime, really good anime can make you think of stuff like that. Like I know that Grave of the Fireflies, the film, is probably the best anti-war film I've ever seen because it really brings the horrors of war and what this means to light. Like this, it really resonates with you. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Ghibli films in general, but that film, it's not like your positive film. It's like a film that's just war is terrible and here's why, and it's really powerful.
Well, Code Geass had a completely different, impression that it left on me. It was the first anime I watched that wasn't one of those, kid shonen type things. And I feel like it really drew me into the entire, realm of anime.
For sure. I think it was Death Note for me.
To this day as my favorite. How crazy is that?
Nice, man. I really awesome. Code Geass was probably the second or third anime I ever watched in terms of the non-shonen, regular anime. And also, I loved the whole military strategy aspect, the politics aspect. It was like an adult anime. It really talks about the consequences, what it takes to be a leader, how sometimes the good guys and the bad guys, you can't really tell who's who because both the good guys and the bad guys are killing innocent people because they believe they're doing the right thing, right? So I think that's a really good example. Josh Duffney, what's up? Taylor said in the chat, he said High School DxD inspired him to make a harem.
Well, I guess everyone needs inspiration from somewhere.
I actually posted a picture I made about a year ago of my harem dream. I'm pretty sure everybody saw it on Discord. It was like me in the middle, sitting on a chair like a cool man, and I had about 10 girls in my favorite series just surrounding me completely. I'll actually put it on Discord again if you guys haven't seen it. A lot of people liked it.
Yes, and by the way, guys, Recon has joined finally the AnimeUproar Discord server. And if you want to join, its link is in the description. And now he's active there. He's loving it. He's loving it because it's such a sick community.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's loving it.
With his waifus, with his body pillows. We have so much dirt on him now that we can use in the future. It's beautiful. Welcome, Recon.
Well, since I'm talking,
I guess Recon like SAO? Isn't that like your favorite show?
No, it's not my favorite show, but it's one of my favorite shows.
We don't need that much more dirt.
Are you trash talking about SAO?
Oh, jeez.
No, this is not the place. Maybe next week or something.
Okay,
Yo,
good.
He gets triggered, man. Sometimes I just throw shots in there for just for fun.
Okay, Nuxtaku, what is your favorite anime then?
Didn't I say that already?
You just said, yeah, Code Geass.
Code Geass.
Geass.
Yeah, I haven't watched that, so
Great
I can't
choice.
trash talk on that.
Bro,
yet.
you
That's
have
why
to
I'm-
Well, I
watch
don't
Code
think you'd
Geass.
be able to.
I will
Pretty
watch it.
solid.
Well, Recon's
I
probably
guess it's pretty solid.
Recon
Yeah,
watches like 87 anime every season, like all the seasonal ones.
yeah
So-
I watch all the newest ones.
Yeah, so it's hard for him to like catch up on older stuff. But I mean, that's
Right.
good.
I'll be honest though.
Yep.
I think I like SAO a lot more than your average YouTuber.
Yeah, I mean, it's overrated how much it's hated. Like, it's not a great anime, but it by no means is like the worst anime ever. There's cringy moments, but there's cringy moments in almost every anime, right? It's just that SAO keeps being emphasized as kind of like it held up to a standard of horribleness. I mean, it is bad, but like it's not like I watched the whole thing. It's not like I had to stop watching it how bad it was. And there's a plenty of anime that other people like Tokyo Ghoul, that I had to stop watching because like I know the manga's better, but the anime I was just like, man,
All right.
Well,
couldn't do it.
my next video should hopefully be 50 sarcastic facts on SAO, actually.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Oh yes, do it.
So
I'll
Do
watch
my
it.
boy.
I'll go
it's
ahead
a
and
do
watch
not
it.
get triggered and a do not get laughed and don't laugh challenge, and it's targeted at the critics and the fans. So a little hate for everyone.
Anime
Yeah, I'll
Recon,
love it.
react to it.
Especially
I love it.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'll definitely react to that video.
You gotta get so many dislikes, Nux, but I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be
Well,
fun.
the
cares
Attack
about
on
the dislikes,
Titan
man?
one showed me how people don't understand the word sarcasm. So
No. There is no such thing as sarcasm or jokes on the internet. In terms of on YouTube, I have so many times had people commenting stuff where it's like I was obviously joking, and they're like, "You idiot! How could you say this?" And I'm just like, "Oh," and especially you, Nux, because your channel is a lot of like satire. Oh man, satire is lost on people often on YouTube.
Anime, one of your videos got about out of 200 dislikes because of that one reaction you made about Eren. You were like, "Transform, Eren, transform!"
Yeah, like reaction videos are the worst. But when we were doing like live reactions to the Attack on Titan season 2, one episode I was anxious for Eren to transform and fight Reiner. So I was like, "Come on, Eren, transform, man! What are you waiting for?" Just kind of in the heat of the moment, and I got all this hate from people saying, "You asshole! It's because he is emotionally tortured. How can you be such an asshole?" And I'm like, "Dude, like, it's an on-the-spot reaction. Like, just because someone doesn't react the exact same way you would doesn't mean that you go and hate on it." Oh man,
people.
we will never be a reaction channel. Good luck with that, Recon.
No, I'm
Good
doing fine, man. I'm actually getting a lot of people into my community, which is great.
Because of your top 10 videos.
Yes, I'm still happy about it.
I
But
don't I have to shout out your top 10 videos, even though you included Ero Manga Sensei on the latest one. I have to
kidding.
shout him out because you have a good ear for good music and what kind of music goes with what. And you really do a good job editing those videos, man. And like a lot of the songs you pick, I'm like, man, I gotta find that song and then like listen to it later. So yeah, good job.
Yep. Well, I guess I can state my anime that really inspired me, and I'm pretty sure you guys should know what it is. Take a good guess.
Sword Art Online.
No.
Oh.
It's Boku no Piku.
Oh my.
No, I'm joking.
Oh.
It
Is
is
that
not
sarcasm? I can't tell.
Of course it's sarcasm. Anyways, the anime that inspired me is Clannad. It has inspired me to start my own family, and then so I can love them to the fullest of the rest of my life, because the main character who fell in love with Nagisa, and he had a little cute daughter named Yushio. It has really inspired me because the story hit me. It touched me so hard because he has lost his family, he has lost his wife, he has lost his little child, and so he was, in his life, it was so hard for him. So this is what this story has inspired me to actually start my own family, and hopefully we'll love them to the fullest. Sad times, man. Sad times.
That's a hugely important anime to me, too. Clannad and Clannad After Story in particular. By the way, Josh Duffney, Laws, Natsu, Sir Edgelord, Shatos, Anbu, Jack, Killer Red. Look at all these people in here. All familiar faces. Welcome, guys. Sukoshi, Tosin. What's up, guys? Imperialist opinions. I could go all day. And yeah, Clannad, I loved Clannad After Story, one of my favorite anime, and the ending is probably my favorite ending in the history of anime. As Soul knows, he keeps bugging me to make that video where I explain that ending, and I want to do that, but I've been just so busy with other stuff, right? But I definitely love that. I love how that anime teaches you to kind of like think outside the box in terms of what ends up happening, and how, like, having, you know, how people's wishes and positive energy can actually change the world. That is the kind of symbolism I feel in much of Clannad After Story. And of course, there's a lot about relationships, learning about relationships. In After Story, they go beyond high school and actually are in an adult relationship. They have a kid, right? So a lot of stuff that way. And I know Gozen, Clannad is his favorite anime of all time, my brother. So he loves it. It's also one of my top 10 for sure. So yeah, absolutely great example there, Recon. Appreciate that. Hey, by the way, guys, last week we did beat our like record for the previous week. I think we ended up having like 103 likes. So let's see if we can beat that record this week. Drop a like if you like Rant Café and you're enjoying these videos. And hopefully we can beat that by the end of next week. We're going to be beating the record we set last week on the likes.
The anime dude just commented an anime that is so well worth talking about. Ko no Katachi.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I've seen that, but welcome to the anime, dude.
It's so life-changing as well.
He also said Shimpak.
I don't really want to talk about it because it might be spoilers to the people who didn't watch it.
Well, you should definitely read the manga. The manga ends differently.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, the manga goes slightly more like beyond that point, because at that point they're still high school, but with the manga, they've kind of like graduated, and then they're talking about like university and stuff. So
okay, that's interesting.
Things progress a bit further, and there's a bit more content in the middle and stuff, like the old male school friends and stuff. You know, the ones that he ain't talking to. Like you actually see them and stuff, and you more see you actually see the sister that he has, the older sister he has. You actually see her in the manga, and you see more of her husband, the Brazilian guy, Pedro. So yeah.
I actually couldn't get a hold of Koe no Katachi. I looked high and low.
Wait, for the film? It's on Anime Rush. It's on GoGo Anime. It's on 9 Anime.
Yeah.
Sounds like you wanted to actually purchase it.
Not really, to be honest.
Well, there you go then.
It came out like a month ago, so it's still new.
By the way, Rising Star in the chat says Hajime no Ippo inspired him to get ripped, but he's still working on it. Hajime no Ippo is a clear example of an inspirational anime. Another one Gozen loves. He was inspired to start jogging again after watching that anime. He loves it.
Hajime no Ippo is fantastic.
It's mostly to overcome your fear of bullying. That's what it teaches you.
Beginning, I'd say. Yeah.
Well, because he was bullied, so that's why he joined to do boxing to overcome his fear of that. So yeah.
And so was Kenichi. He was bullied. If you like Hajime no Ippo, bro, I definitely recommend Kenichi. And if you like Kenichi, I recommend Hajime no Ippo. I feel like they could have both had the same effect on me when I said Kenichi inspired me. But yeah, watch Kenichi.
Yeah, and we had in the chat, 1 second, Jack was asking about One Punch Man Season 2. We know it's happening. It's in development. We just don't have a release date yet, but we'll be on it here on the channel, and we're going to let you know as soon as there is a release date. Also, Lanky was asking, is anyone here a fan of Attack on Titan? And yes, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure everyone's
here. I think everyone here is a fan of Attack on Titan.
Some of us bigger fans than others, I believe.
Yeah, we love it. We love it, except, you know, a lot of people on Nux's channel think he's not, apparently, because he makes funny videos. But no, great stuff, man. I watched that video, laughed very hard. Your sarcastic facts about Attack on Titan and your sarcastic trailer was it?
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, awesome stuff. And I don't know if you know this, but I featured the latest Attack on Titan video on my weekly news video where I recommend people to go check stuff out.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't tag you
on Twitter, but
I did feature you in there because I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm actually working right now on an Attack on Titan video, a theory video, guys, about the true origins of the Titans that I'm really excited about. I've been doing all this research, and like more stuff is just clicking into place. So I'm almost done the script. I'm gonna be hopefully recording that tonight and then coming out within the next few days. And I'm psyched because I'm gonna be explaining why I think that we see dinosaurs in the season 2 opening of Attack on Titan.
Ooh.
Because I've been getting these questions a lot. People are like, "Why? Can you do a theory video about the season 2 opening? Why do we see all these animals, dinosaurs?" And I was like, I would love to, but I want to have an actual good theory. I don't want to just kind of BS it. And now the more I've thought about it, there's a great theory. I think that it's great that I have. So I can't wait to get that done and see what everyone thinks about it. Obviously, it's just a theory. We can't know for sure. But I'm really excited for it, so I hope people like it.
That's awesome. Dude.
That's really good, man.
Playing it lately. You've been working really hard.
But you're almost literally.
And it's not just me, for sure. Like the two brothers, we run the channel, and we both have been working hard. That's why we've been putting out so many videos. If it was just me or just him, there's no way we could have done it.
You're at the line of 40,000. You're like so close.
Yeah, which is amazing. We're almost at 40,000 subscribers, which is so crazy, especially since we were celebrating 20,000 like 5 weeks ago, which is nuts. So yeah, thanks everybody for your support, being here right now, or watching this afterwards. Thanks, guys. Really means a lot. And of course, means a lot to have the support of my friends here with me, Nox, Recon, Soul, and Briggs.
I'm not really your friend if you trash talk about SAO.
I mean, I will.
I'm joking.
Then I guess we're not friends, Recon. Sorry, bro.
No.
I actually watched it like 2 or 3 times. I don't know how I could call it trash.
By the way, Animag, are you watching Fate Apocrypha?
Yes, but I haven't watched the 3rd episode yet.
Did you fall for the trap?
No.
How? Did you read the light novel?
No, because now every time I see a lolly, I assume it's a trap immediately. I just assume unless proven otherwise. So I assumed Jack the Ripper was a trap too, and people are like, "No, it's not a trap," and I'm like, I don't know.
Okay, fine.
Fair enough. Anyway, back on topic. I think one of the anime that I watched that really got me thinking about things like in life in general was Serial Experiment Lane.
What is that?
Well, with that, it was like this girl, and basically there's this. Think of it like an online network in it, kind of called Wired, right? And then the way that's shown and stuff, you get to see the character, but like as her personas that she's showing people that are online and stuff. So you'll see her like one moment like maybe like all smiling and happy, and then next moment you might see her like a edgelord or something, and another moment crying about something, and it really gets you thinking about like personas that we put out of ourselves and like what we can get away with online and stuff, because like it's rather anonymous. I mean, so you could just paint yourself up to be whatever the hell you like, and things like that. And yeah, it got me thinking about things like that and how important it is, like, just to be like true to yourself in general, because then at one point she then ends up having to kind of erase her personas because they end up becoming too kind of counterproductive and stuff. She can't manage them all, so then she ends up getting to the point where she needs to like erase them all and kind of like reset. Yeah, I mean, which it was very thought-provoking for me. I mean, thinking about all the fakeness that people put out and things like that, and they want to keep they're online, so they could be keyboard warriors and just chat whatever crap they want to chat, and it was really interesting. That had me thinking.
Really good point. And another interesting one in terms of that was I thought the film Summer Wars, kind of in terms of that identity.
Oh, yeah.
Also, first season of Psycho Pass, especially that first arc, has a similar kind of message as well. Very much influenced, I'm sure, by Serial Experiments Lane, because like there's the whole arc. The first arc in Psycho Pass season 1 is where someone who is known as an internet persona is killed in real life, and a bunch of them are being killed. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. Like kind of like have these internet personas, especially in a futuristic world, how much of persona is real, how much is fake. So yeah, that's a really good example. Some other anime, kind of like cyberpunk anime, that got me thinking about society and where the future's heading and all that type of stuff includes Psychopaths, also Ergo Proxy, Neon Genesis Evangelion. All of those really got me thinking about like philosophical aspects of where humanity is heading. So I really love those.
I just want to say that there are two main reasons, particularly for anime in general. What does anime in general actually inspire you people to do? So it inspires me when I watch an anime series. It inspires me to watch more anime. And the second thing is that it inspires me to actually want to visit Japan and, you know, explore the world of Japan, go to anime land, and just the culture in general. That's what anime overall inspires me to do.
You mean Akibahara?
Yes. Tokyo, Akihabara, all these places.
Anime
I
land.
want to visit them.
Was that like Disneyland, yeah?
Yeah, well, Japan is anime.
It's our Disneyland.
And of
rides,
course,
mascots, everything.
and of course, just to clarify, it's Akihabara. You know.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna
Thank
say.
you.
Okay.
Akihabara.
Okay.
Speaking of
Yeah, I clearly haven't watched Durarara, or however you pronounce that.
Durarara.
Durarara.
Or just drrrr. But
Yeah.
speaking of pronouncing properly, Nux, are you here?
I am here.
I want to say that I don't trust you, man, because you say you're from Quebec, but you don't have a French accent, and that is very suspicious to me.
No answer there. My parents are English speakers.
Ah, I see. But you do speak French, do you?
Petit peu.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because I like French. I can communicate in French. I want to perfect it. But I only like the Parisien French. I can't even understand much of like Quebecois French. So I guess I'm a French snob, you could say.
French sucks. I took 9 years of French and I can't like speak a word. I did not like the language.
Well, in Canadian schools, they force you to take French,
Yeah.
whether you like it or not. And that's why a lot of people just start hating it because they're being forced to take it rather than, you know, encouraged to or something. So they get like a blowback reaction, which I think kind of sucks because French is a cool language. I like it. And along with Spanish and a lot of other languages that I think are cool and I want to learn. But who else wants to go with an anime that inspired them before I get into something? Or is it my turn because all you guys mentioned something? Eh?
Well, there's another one that I can mention, which is Zankyo no Tara, which is
Yeah,
really
that's
that one was really interesting in looking at how governments operate and stuff and how much they really think of their citizens. You know, especially when you look at like things that are going on in the world like now, and then you know you see that and how far the government's prepared to go to keep a lid on certain things. Yeah, I mean, it really gets you thinking.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
Especially since I study politics and kind of like, you know, statecraft, as you would say. I've studied it for many years. I'm really interested in anime like Terror in Resonance, which, you know, kind of explore that whole, what is the government really up to? What's going on behind the scenes and stuff like that. So yeah, good example. And of course, for me, like, I mean, there are a lot of anime that really inspired me that kind of changed my life in many ways. And there's anime that when you're like a kid that inspire you, like, you know, Pokemon and stuff inspire you to be adventurous and, you know, overcome challenges, the basic stuff. And then obviously as you grow, you look at more mature anime that inspire you for different things. Someone mentioned in the chat, it might have been Anbu, I'm not sure. By the way, also shout out to Luca, Luna, and everybody else in the chat. I think Anbu said Fooly Cooly or FLCL. And I love that. I made a whole video on how much I love it because of the whole concept that I feel that it's trying to teach us is that the adult world makes no sense. You know, the expectations of the adult world, the social kind of structures and things expecting you to conform. So, you know, get a certain kind of job, dress in a certain kind of way, do certain kinds of things. All this stuff doesn't actually make sense if you look at it. And like I said, it references and reminds me of The Little Prince, which also exposes the adult world for making, in many cases, less sense than the world of non-adults, of kids. because kids are often more innocent and pure and more have more common in this box of like social expectations and stuff. A Little Prince is huge for that. It's referenced by Fooly Cooly. Of course, my favorite philosopher, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, talks about this stuff and how man by nature is one way, pure, but then by society he becomes corrupted because there's all these things that now he has to, compete with others and look better than others, and this creates all these chains that keep him down. So I loved Fooly Cooly because of that. And I know a lot of people are like, this doesn't make sense, but like I did a whole analysis of it, and I think the more you look at it, the more sense it actually makes, which I love.
Well, you mentioned Durarara before, and I find that inspired me in many ways, actually, because it's about a city more than it's about any individual, and it's about all the happenings in the city and how everyone individually is insignificant, but everything they do builds into the entire universe and builds up the city as to what it is.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because I've seen that in books before, where the city is actually the main character rather than a person. But I think that's a really unique concept, and I like it. My one thing with Durarara is that I thought that the pacing was off. It was too slow because they had so many characters, and a lot of them were really cool and interesting. But like I wanted some explored more, and they wouldn't because they kept going to different ones. And then for like that, you had the same problem with me like Game of Thrones, where sometimes they'll go to like a Brandon Stark, and I'd be like, I don't care about Brandon Stark. I want to see what Jon Snow is doing, or I want to see what Daenerys is doing, right? So that it had that issue for me, but overall, I thought it was enjoyable. Yeah, by the way, Dude Call Me Pan says, what was his favorite philosopher again? Jean-Jacques Rousseau.
Okay.
Well, that French is working for you.
I did like what was it? Death Parade. I thought that was really like intriguing in, just looking at it from the cultural point of view of the creators, isn't it? Of how they was measuring death and right and wrong in people's actions and stuff, and how they would judge them. I mean, especially when it came to the woman who was like a mother of like 4 or 5, and she got like killed by her assistant. But then there's the young guy who basically, in protest to his parents splitting up and his dad remarrying, he just became a hikikomori, and he was just staying in his room all the time, and then eventually like he just killed himself by throwing himself out the window. Like automatically with that, like the Western Christian culture, you would see it as a suicide automatically. That's like, yeah, you're going to hell. Yeah, I mean, that's, you don't get no comeback from that. But then to see him get saved and the mother not was just, yeah. I mean, for me personally, it felt so wrong. Yeah, I mean, it was just like, no, come on, no, this is ridiculous, no. But it's also eye-opening to see what they value more. You know what I mean? Rather than just the way they died, it was more what the person was actually feeling like internally, and their like their drive behind their actions.
Yeah.
So than how they died, So yeah.
That's a really interesting point, Sol, because anime does teach us a lot about a culture completely different from ours. Because if you're from the West and you look at like anime, especially anime that are dealing with Japanese culture, like Mushishi.
Yeah.
I think that it really opens up your horizons and broadens what you come to expect from things, because cultures are very different and values are very different and expectations are very different, and it really does make you kind of consider these things. By the way, shout out to Mega, aka Mega Anime Openings. What's up, bro? He's on Discord, active as well. And guys, if you want to join our Discord, link is in the description. We're active all the time, having cool things going on. Be sure to check that out. What was I gonna say now? That's the question. What was I gonna say? Sol, what were we saying?
We're talking about Death Parade cultures.
Yes. Mushishi, again, I really like that show because a lot of people say it's boring to them. But like, I loved it because it was almost like a meditative experience to watch it. Like the portrayals of nature and how nature works in harmony and you need a balance. So Ginkgo, he goes, and where there's too much mushi, too many of them in one place, they're causing disruptances. So he has to disperse them in order to restore the balance, right? Like the whole concept of yin and yang is very heavy there. And I love also how in many ways the animation is realistic. It's not like over dramatic. Like the characters, other than Ginkgo, who has white hair because of a specific reason, all the characters look pretty plain. They look like, you know, your plain villagers from Japan in like 1800s or something. They're, you know, they're not, you don't have crazy hair colors. They're not made especially attractive, no big, huge eyes, but yet the nature is portrayed in such a beautiful way. It's not like your, you know, no game, no life, like crazy colors. It's natural colors and yet so beautiful. So I love that artistic aspect of Mushishi as well.
I think sports anime like Haikyuu probably inspired me. You know, I love Haikyuu. It made me love volleyball as a sport a lot more from watching Haikyuu, and it taught me how to improve as a human being, because Hinata, first of all, when like in season 1 of Haikyuu, when he started, he wasn't that great at all. But as the series kept on progressing, he kept working hard. He kept on striving to become the best. He kept on improving his skills, and that is what inspired me to become a better human being and to you know, be a better person.
Haikyuu inspired me to watch more sports anime.
Of course.
I think that was my first one I was really attached to.
Mine was Keijo, but
Keijo.
For the record,
I think Keijo inspires you to like more booty. I think Keijo inspires you to like more booty.
What sport is that, Anime? What sport?
There's nothing wrong with that fine booty, man. Respect.
Yeah, but what sport is that exactly?
It's wrestling, girls wrestling.
No, it's love. It's
okay.
Love. But listen,
the flip side of Yuri on Ice.
Yeah, that's my Yuri on Ice right there. I will not watch Yuri on Ice. Sorry, Luna, but I will watch Keijo. I wish they would make more seasons. They probably won't, but unfortunate. Omar asks about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood or Attack on Titan, and yes, these are both amazing anime. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, I love. It's one of my favorite animes of all time. It also teaches you about balance, about going too far, playing God in the beginning with human transmutation, what Edward and Alphonse do. It also, there's a lot of messages there, I feel, about the clash between Western and Eastern civilizations. Because if you look, Amestris, the country where they are, the Western country, and especially the homunculi, I think represent capitalist society and consumerism. And it goes to the point where they're literally consuming people and sacrificing people in order to become more powerful. And the whole country becomes a sacrificial altar. They want to consume the souls of these people to create wealth for themselves and power. Whereas from the Eastern perspective, friendship and community are the values that Edward and our protagonists have that allow them to defeat the bad guys. So I feel it's definitely in that anime. I love the clash between, on the one hand, community, friendship, and on the other hand, consumerism, greed, quest for power. So that's a great one. Attack on Titan is so powerful because of what the world it creates. Like, it's such a hard world to deal with. It's so brutal, but in such a setting, you learn a lot about humanity, the nature of mankind. Like, what would you do if you were in this setting, if you didn't know if you're going to live or die? It teaches us a lot about war, about suffering, about the fact that there are two sides to every story, especially if you're caught up to the manga. You know that there's a side to the story of Reiner and Annie and Bertolt that humanizes them and kind of explains where they're coming from. So again, it's not so clear-cut who are the bad guys, who are the good guys. And that is, I think, the strongest anime are able to do just that. So yeah, AOT and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, both amazing, amazing anime.
Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood touched racism a lot, I think. There was the whole idea of the Ishvalans getting exterminated and Scar out for revenge, causing more fights and wars. And there were the homunculi who saw humans as lesser creatures as well.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
It's
And
pretty
there's
cool
a lot
to, like,
of
think about
a lot of anime that
the deeper
theme
way.
of like some people being subhuman, and of course Attack on Titan, perfect example with the Eldians and how they're treated. And I like again manga, but Eldians and
I mean, that reminded me of like Nazis with the Jews, like the way how Mali is, and
Yeah.
how they even had like the stars on them and stuff.
exactly, it's
That was
exactly
like-
that. I don't want to get too much into it because I know Recon and Nox haven't read the manga, plebs.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna leave it at
Thank
that.
you, sir.
But yeah, absolutely. So
I'm gonna say this. I think Hajime no Gal has inspired me to get a body pillow of Yami-chan. I'm
Hajime no Gal?
not lying. I really want a body pillow of her so badly.
I don't know. I think the only thing that anime has taught me is that girls should start wearing belts instead of skirts. It would be as effective.
I agree.
listen, I'm gonna admit I have watched the first episode of Hajime no Gal and it was funny, so I'm definitely gonna keep watching it.
Good.
Girl with green eyes and dark skin is best girl right there. I'm telling you that right now.
The main girl.
No, her friend.
Oh, the
friend.
other one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you want to go to karaoke, and she's like, no, that's my girl right there.
I think it's Ranko. The one with short hair.
Yeah.
Yes, shorter hair.
Yeah, Ranko. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, definitely.
How
Cool.
do you remember her name?
Josh, by the way, said that he thinks that Kiss Sis and Monster Musume changed his life. So, but Recon, yeah, like even
Monster
though
Musume changed lives.
I respect.
Incest and bestiality.
To be honest, I think Hajime no Gal taught us a lot of things because the main character doesn't have a girlfriend, so it taught us the way to get a girl the proper way. It taught us the proper way of how to get a girl. Easy peasy. Get down on your knees and just beg for mercy.
Yeah, do not. Oh God, Recon, please don't base your understanding of how to pick up women from anime. I beg you.
Oh
not
God.
to do it. It's not how it works, especially not in ecchi anime. Please don't do it, please.
Oh God.
There'll be a lot of arrests this night.
Not even arrest, but the girl will laugh in your like. Don't do it, man. You gotta. A girl wants
Try at a convention.
A strong man who respects himself, not what happened there.
Oh yeah, Animac, did you watch Centaur just like Jojo said because he watched Kakegurui?
I will watch it. I haven't watched it yet. I was thinking of maybe organizing on Discord like a live watching where we can watch together. Bring Jojo too.
Okay.
So we just gotta find a time that works. But I would love to because we can on Discord. You can actually like set it up so that you're streaming together and chatting while you're watching. So I would love to do that and like watch that and kind of with Jojo there and you there, and then we can kind of like talk about it. That would be fun.
Ooh, gorgeous Grimac just bought up an anime that I think is well worth inspiration. School Days.
What is with you?
No.
Yeah.
That if anything, it doesn't inspire you. It teaches you. Don't be a dick.
Exactly.
Don't be a fuckboy.
Do not
It
cheat
doesn't
on
inspire
girls.
you. It teaches you.
It just teaches you not to cheat on
You're
your
fuckboy.
girlfriends. Otherwise, you are dead.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Teaching is important too. And someone brought up Assassination Classroom in the chat. And yeah, that show, it's just outrageous. It's like, to me, that show is such an example of what anime is. Like, completely crazy plot, like an octopus monster teaching a class. Everyone's trying to kill him. Like, that's the whole point. Like, you're not going to see that anywhere but in an anime. However, there is a lot of, like, deep lessons there about teaching students and about, the importance of education and how it should be approached. I really think that there is definitely some really cool messages between that show. In general, the show is just for fun. It's a blast to watch. It's funny, but I think there are some really cool lessons there as well. So yeah, I'm a big fan of that show.
That's what makes it so great. If it was all just life lessons, no one would get through it.
True.
And the ending
I actually
too.
just watched. Oh, the ending, yeah, for sure. I actually just watched the second season like last week when Animac reminded me of it.
Cowboy Bebop has been brought up. Ryan's brought it up, and a few other people have brought it up too. I don't know if Cowboy Bebop would change my life. However, I loved the characters, the interplay between the characters, like Faye and Ed and Spike and Jet. Like, I love the cast. I love how they work together. I love the anime as a whole, the watching of it, so yeah, I don't know if it wasn't. I don't know if it inspired me to do great things, but I definitely loved it and enjoyed it, and would love to see more of these characters in any way possible. I would love for it to be some kind of sequel because I just I love them so much.
Can I talk about Kono Katachi? Or no?
Yeah, go ahead. I'd say
Don't
go
give
ahead.
too much away, please.
All right, I'm going to talk about. First of all, it's about the main character Ishida. I think that's his name. Is it correct?
Damn it, you
Ishida?
ruin everything.
Now it goes too much.
Too much spoiler.
Great.
So was the main character named Ishida, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Ishida. Okay, so it inspired me that not to be a bully, basically, because he was bullying a girl who was deaf, and it just occurred every time. Like the bullying, caused even more and more trouble to her, and there was a lot of problems. But then when he grew up and he became older, he decided, you know what, I'm gonna stop bullying, because when he bullied this girl, people then started to hate him as well. People started to bully him as well because he bullied a poor innocent girl. And when he became older, he started to realize, okay, I need to stop this. I need to become a better person. That is what the anime teaches you overall, to become a better person, not to bully girls, not to do anything stupid. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was another aspect I got from it as well, which is everyone has their own issue. Because all the cast has issues. Everyone has their own issue. And it's pretty much like that in life. Everyone has their own issue in it. Everyone has their own cross to bear, or something to overcome, or get over a complex maybe, or whatever, and you don't always understand it straight away, or you might not notice it straight away. And sometimes when you do something, you could offend or trigger it without realizing.
I say also.
That was one of my inspirations that I learned from Konosuba.
From Konosuba.
Wonderfully deep series there.
I couldn't get past the second episode. It wasn't for me.
Kazuma's surrounded by total idiots and their close friends. And even though everyone is completely insane in their own way, they developed a bond somehow. And everyone in life has idiosyncrasies as well. And it was also funny as hell.
It was fantastic. I guess it wouldn't be a stream if I didn't talk about One Piece.
How did One Piece change your life, Briggs? By the way, while you talk,
I've been trying to think about it.
While you talk, I have to go to the washroom. Don't take that as me not caring about One Piece or anything.
Yeah.
But go ahead. I'll be back, guys. Also, hi,
man.
Tyrannic Meteor. He said, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, no, I've been trying to. I wouldn't be a stream if I didn't talk about One Piece. So I was trying to think about how it could have inspired me or changed my life. Because it is one of my favorite anime of all time and got me into the medium of anime. But I think the one thing One Piece definitely pushes is to chase your dreams. The entire show is about either Luffy chasing his dream, Zoro chasing. The entire crew has their own inspiration and that brought them together. And this pretty much to sum it up is to fight for your dreams and fight for what you believe in. And they all have their own dream they want to accomplish. Even if it's so unrealistic, they still push for it. That's about it. If anyone else
I
wants to
like
talk.
the unlikely friendship that sprouted in One Piece.
Yeah.
Everyone has
Of
their
course.
own crazy, sad backstories in different ways, and they all ended up in the same spot at the same time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
One Piece
I
is
feel like I
fantastic.
can connect to any anime fan just because he's an anime fan, no matter what he is or what he does.
No, except for SAO fans. Sorry.
I was about to say, except for maybe Anime Recon.
Please,
I love you, bro.
just stop. Stop with all this nonsense. I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to fucking hear it, boys.
Just watch Code Geass and be enlightened.
I will watch it. I will watch it when I get the time. But at the moment, there is
Yeah.
just the seasonal anime, the new animes. They're just coming in rapidly.
Because your
Boom,
YouTube
boom, boom.
channel revolves around watching seasonal anime and reacting to it.
Exactly.
I understand. I'd honestly want to kill myself if I had to watch every show.
Yeah.
It's too
in a
much
season.
work.
I have.
Well, to
Like all the new
peek
stuff?
on a little bit, I'd say that Sword Art Online, actually, the romance aspect of Sword Art Online got me into the romance genre a lot more because I watched it 5 years ago now, and since then I've become much more into anime. Up till that point, I was more of the fantasy action guy.
Yeah, I'd say the romance was good at first, like up to like when he woke up, that was great. After that, things just changed, like the whole cousin sister thing, and
Yeah.
the
Why?
fact that he actually like said to her that basically I need to get Asuna back first before I can then like give you your answer. That is like bullshit, because that then is saying that she's got a chance. Yeah, I mean, like Asuna's not that good for him. Like he would actually consider leaving Asuna for someone else. Yeah, and for me that ruined it.
Are
And
you
that
guys
was the only thing.
online again?
Yeah, that was the only aspect that was holding the show together for me. That was the only aspect. So when that fell through, the whole thing fell through.
I thought we were talking about One Piece. By the way, Gozen is really getting into One Piece. He's got. Let me show you. Let me show you guys.
Can Gozen really watch?
Check it out. Check it out.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
It's the box set for the manga.
Can
I had to come
Gozen
back
really
for this.
completely
you
watch
proud?
700 episodes of
Can I
this?
see it?
Briggs.
Brooks is drooling.
Oh, I'm so proud.
Can Gozen
Literally,
really
like,
watch 700
I was about to
episodes?
make a phone call, so I was turning off my mic and thing because someone's trying to contact me. But I heard One Piece and I turned it back on. I'll be right
Okay.
back in like 2 minutes, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, same here. Regards to everyone from Eagle Burger, by the way. He's
What?
voicing for me in my next thingy.
Oh, is he here? Is he in the chat?
No, he is not. He just messaged me at Discord.
Oh, okay.
Finally.
Animac, how does Gozen have enough time to watch 700 episodes of One Piece?
Well, he hasn't yet. He's in the process.
Oh, he's in the
Because
process.
Because he
It's gonna-
knows what's good. He knows
gonna
what to
ta-
spend his time
It's
on.
going to take him about a year to actually complete the entire thing.
Well, he wants to do it, and that's cool with me. And he's
1000% worth it. Okay,
Yeah,
continue.
and
My most legendary anime marathon was I was in a van driving from Montreal to New York, and I had 8 hours to sit and watch One Piece. So it was a bit slow, so I had to put it at like 4 times speed and fly through 150 episodes.
By the
Wow.
way, guys,
150 episodes at 4 times speed.
Totally worth the headache.
Wait. Did you have that in subs or dubs?
Subs.
How the hell did you read that at like 4 times speed?
Well, he's
Practice.
clearly insane. He's clearly a madman, Noxtaku, which is why he is on Rant Café, guys. No one here is a sane person.
Yes.
Also-
Rant Cafe is YouTube Konosuba.
It is. It truly is. It truly is. By the way, someone mentioned Trigon in the comments earlier. I also like Trigon. My one issue with Trigon is that Vash the Stampede doesn't want to kill to the point of like ridiculousness, kind of like your Goku style. He doesn't want to kill at all costs, even though I might actually save a lot of lives. So that was an issue for me, but overall I really enjoyed it. The steampunk Western feel, the themes explored, it was really cool. Definitely a highly recommended anime that Gozen still hasn't finished, which I always bother him about.
All right.
Luca said something funny. Where was this? Yeah, he says something about Tokyo Ghoul. It's like I was inspired by the fact that an anime with such a bad premise can be so successful. Talking about Tokyo Ghoul, so
You can truly achieve anything if they could achieve popularity from a shitty show.
If
Yeah,
you
I mean,
guys-
I didn't like the anime of Tokyo Ghoul. I liked the manga, the first half of the manga, but the anime was just it was bad. It was done bad. Like when it first came out, it was really heavily censored. So that like, I mean, most of it is gore. So for it to be heavily censored as it was, just kind of ruined it anyway. The second season then totally went off track and was just really overall weird. And the anime didn't do it justice at all.
yeah, the problem with Tokyo Ghoul, it's just gore for the sake of gore. It's edginess for the sake of edginess. With like Attack on Titan, all the violence and gore makes sense because you know exactly, it all is driven by the plot. With Tokyo Ghoul, it's just like, no, it's like, what will edgy teens on Tumblr love? Let's make a show about that. And,
I mean, I would even say in the first part of Tokyo Ghoul, there weren't really a plot per se. Like,
No, yeah, it was just like-
it was just basically he's being like infected, or he's become like half ghoul now,
Pussy.
and he's in this world. That's it. You know, he never had any like specific goal to do or be someone, or you know what I mean. It was just he's in this world now, and it's just dangers coming his way, danger after danger. You know, and that's it. That was the plot. Just dangers coming. That's it.
Well, I mean, the plot was horrible, like 100%. I would like, or the second season at least. The first season wasn't as bad.
There was
But,
no
like,
second season.
There was no second season. But what's it called? I wouldn't say it was gore for the sake of gore. Like, it was just like they added gore in the fight
Yeah,
scenes. Like,
I mean,
wouldn't
they
say
are
it
they
was-
are cannibals, isn't it? So they have to.
Yeah.
do
Like,
what they
I
do.
wouldn't say it was still plot driven, even if the plot was bad.
Music
Alright.
anime inspired me as well. I mean, they have such an interesting story, specifically for romance. Let's take, for example, like Your Lie in April or Fukumenke Noise, Anonymous Noise. Those two series have inspired me a lot. They haven't.
Those two that were better, I think.
What?
There was two music anime that were better, but I'll talk about that after. Go on. You say.
Okay. Well, those are my favorite music anime: Fukumenke Noise and Your Lie in April. They caused me to love the music genre even more because of the romance that is behind the story overall, and it could inspire a lot of people to actually start, their own music band, maybe start learning how to play an instrument like guitar or piano or whatever. This is what music anime has really caused the anime community to do. A lot of inspiration within the music genre. So what did you say?
Oh,
about...
the two for me was Kids on the Slope or Sakamichi Apollon, as it's
I have
also
not
known
watched
as.
that.
Kids on the Slope, good, really good.
Yeah, that's really good. I really like that one. And Nodame Cantabile.
I have not watched that.
No,
That
but
was-
no dame cantabile, so
Oh, Cantabile. Okay.
cantabile.
Cantabile. There we go. But yeah, those two were really good. Like
Yeah, I have to agree with both of those. And another one that's like a left field one, but that I really found interesting was Samurai Champloo with the hip hop music.
yeah,
Like they're in Edo period Japan, samurai, but they like the whole thing is themed with hip hop music, modern hip hop music, which I thought was really interesting.
yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't call that a music anime.
No, yeah, you're right. But
It was
music,
called music in the anime, but yeah. Definitely.
What about
Nana was a
Days?
good one. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's a heavy romance one.
Which one?
Two girls that look the same, roommates. One of them's in a band. It's called Nana.
Oh,
No,
sure.
Yeah, funny enough, huh? Yeah, it's called Nana.
Shout out to Nana. Also, shout out to Haru. I don't think I shouted him out yet, but he's in the chat being active. Thanks, bro. And of course, if you like Rant Cafe, don't forget to drop a like. We're trying to beat the record of the last Rant Cafe, which was like 104 likes or something. So drop that like. And of course, if you like chatting on a daily basis, join the Discord server. Link in the description. We're going to go chill there afterwards. And of course, I'm going to be working then on the Attack on Titan script that I'm hyped for. Another thing I want to throw in here, guys, is the Ghibli films and Miyazaki in general. What I love about his films is that he really has a kind of like beautiful positive view of life and how, of people, of human beings, of life, of nature. And he does such a great job of portraying these in his anime. And like, for example, My Neighbor Totoro, I watch that anime like twice a year at least. And the reason I have to rewatch it is because I just find it such like a beautiful experience rewatching it. It's like a meditation just to watch it, to remind myself of how awesome it is, because it has such a positive outlook on life. You see an anime where they're in a village where it's like backwards, they don't have technology. It's like, modern people would complain a lot about that stuff, and yet they love it. They're having a great time. Their mom is sick in the hospital, and yet they still, it's still such a positive view of nature, of the balance between humans living and nature, and the spirit of the mountains. So a lot of Japanese cultural things in there. It's just beautiful. I love it so much. It's just amazing. So I'm a huge fan of Ghibli and Miyazaki for that.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite Ghibli movie, I think, is When Marnie Was There. That still can move me to tears. Or like right now, if I watched it right now, it would still move me to tears. It's just really moving. But like how you're saying, like with the kind of happy feel, even though like there's like bad things going on.
Yeah.
I would say The Wind Rises was one
Yes.
that was like that, where his wife gets sickly and stuff like that, but she keeps on telling him like keep going for your dream, keep designing the plane and stuff. Yeah, I mean that was good. That was like
Yeah, like Miyazaki films, they have such a charm to them. Like they have that charm where it's like they show you to love the characters, to love life, just like a positive outlook on life. So many things show like a negative outlook on life. Like Game of Thrones, as interesting as it is, I hate the pessimism of it and the cynicism. Same thing with like Stephen King works, just like the cynicism about human nature and about life compared to like Ghibli films is completely different.
Yeah, I mean another one that is both artistic in the way it's shown to you, and both really thought-provoking in the story that it's telling is the tale of Princess Kaguya. For some reason it got like it never did well for some reason, like when it came out. I don't know why, but it's really interesting. It is really interesting because basically it's like this couple is blessed with this child out of where did it come from, like bamboo, out of a bamboo plant or something, and it's like it's a gift from God. Starts off tiny, you know what I mean? Within a day the child is like the size of a baby, you know what I mean? And they're an old couple, you know, they must be easily like 70s, easily, you know. And then they're like, oh, okay, we're gonna have to find a wet nurse for the baby and things like that. And then instantly the woman produces breast milk, yeah, I mean, and she's able to feed the baby. So it's a proper gift from God for them to have this child. Yeah, the child keeps on rapidly growing to like a steady like teen age, and the whole time the child's just having fun because like they're country folk, innit? And the child's having fun in the fields, playing with the other kids and things like this. And then the dad then has or feels the need, you know, because of society's rules. Oh, we need to become like more upper class. You know, that's the only way that she's gonna have a good life. You know, this is a gift from God to have this child, so I'm gonna do my all to make sure she's high society. So then after like they move out of the countryside, they're more like in the city now. You know, she's having to be all prim and proper. She can't run about and play anymore. She has to stay quiet all the time, learn to walk like a lady, do calligraphy and things like that. And over time, it just ruins her life. She feels so claustrophobic. She feels so like just tied in and surrounded by people who genuinely don't care about her. They just care about the status. And then at one point, she's just had enough. It's supposed to be her party, and no one actually cares about her. She just runs out, and she like just throws away all her clothes, and she just runs, and she goes like back in it because she wants to go back to the fields where she was best, where like life was good for her. Yeah, I mean, it's really, yeah, it's really thought provoking.
That's the brilliance of Miyazaki in general. Is he, in his films, the themes are so much, you know, talking about the simple life being noble, and that you should be humble and happy in everyday life, right? You should be happy in the simple things instead of trying to constantly please someone or reach some social expectation or some great goal. You know, be happy in the everyday. Be happy every single day with the simple things. You know, with your family, with your friends. And that is such an important message that in the modern world is lost on so many people. And it's like, yeah, it's like, that's why I keep rewatching films like that, because even though I've seen them many times before, it's like, I need to remind myself to ground myself and think about, you know, enjoy the little things, enjoy every single day. Don't strive for these, you know, social expectations and, you know, competing with others. That's not happiness. There's no end to that. You know, no matter how successful you are, you could be always dissatisfied because you always want more.
Yeah, there could always be someone who's higher status than you, or someone who's got more than you, or got something different to you. So then straight away, you know, you're in competition and you wanting to achieve that thing also. So yeah, it becomes just an endless struggle.
How about Charlotte?
I thought it was executed terribly, especially at the end.
Don't say fuck you when someone disagrees, Greekon. You can't just
The
say
first
fuck you when
episode is really good. I really liked the first episode. It had me, entrapped in its world and stuff.
All right. First of all, has no one watched Charlotte?
I have not.
No.
Okay.
I have not either.
It looks like a super-powered kind of thing going on.
Yes,
but
it is a superpowered. So I can't really talk about it if you guys have not seen it.
By the way, Josh Duffney said that Clockwork Planet has a deep and psychological message about clocks.
And sucking on fingers.
Yeah, Clockwork Planet is like Handshakers, like that shit has no message. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous stuff. Okay, does anyone else want to say anything before I go into my Gurren Lagann rant and close it out for the evening?
Nah.
I was waiting for the Gurren Lagann attack.
Go ahead for your Gurren Lagann. Let's hear it out.
Go on, it's your time. It's your time.
All right. The reason why I think Gurren Lagann is the best anime of all time is that it just inspires you to think outside the box, to literally do the impossible. And now, of course, we know that, in real life, you can't do what they do there, powered by spiral power, things like that. But spiral power there in that show represents the human spirit, the human drive to keep doing great things and being better and doing the impossible. And that's so important, this concept of do the impossible, because as we mentioned with Fooly Cooly, and Fooly Cooly goes great with Gurren Lagann, same creators, of course. In the adult world, in the society that we have, there's a lot of social expectations. You have to do this, you have to do that. Like you mentioned, Soul, with Princess Kaguya. It's not even about you anymore as a person. It's about what you can and can't do. Well, you can't do this, you can't do that. You can't waste your time on YouTube. Who could ever make a career out of YouTube or, talking about cartoons, like as an adult, that type of stuff, right? And there's all these expectations. So you think, yeah, you have to conform. But thinking about this, do the impossible, is like, no, you have to see outside the box, because often you don't even know you're in the box because of how conditioned you are to believe these things. And then the metaphor of Plato's cave, and of course in Gurren Lagann, the cave of the village in the beginning, it's like they don't even know that there is a ceiling, like there is an outside, because they've never seen it. Kamina knows because of his father, but they don't even think. They're like, Kamina, you're crazy. There is nothing outside this village. And same thing in Plato's cave. The people in the cave who are trapped in the cave, they don't know there's anything outside. That is how stuck they're in the box. They're so stuck in the box that they don't even know there is a box. They don't even know that they're inside it. And that is the greatest slavery, not understanding that there is something beyond. And so this whole concept of doing the impossible, it teaches you to break through this box called the possible and do the impossible. Think outside it. When people tell you can't do this, it's not right. Get a job as a lawyer because that's a sure income. And you're like, no, I want to do something I love, like, I don't know, write books or be a YouTuber or whatever. No, you can do the impossible, what others tell you are impossible, because it's not truly impossible. It's only impossible if you believe it. If they convince you, then it's impossible. But if you believe it and are able to, push through those social pressures and expectations, you can do amazing things. And that's why I love Gurren Lagann, Fooly Cooly, and all those type of shows, because they truly, truly do inspire me in real life. Like, I truly strive to be like someone like Kamina, who never shows fear, never shows, never shows weakness, and is always striving. Like, I know I'm never going to be like him exactly, because he is a larger-than-life character. But just because he's larger than life doesn't mean that he's not an important character, because you look up to him. Even if you never truly achieve his greatness, you will be better off as a person by going, looking up to someone like that, rather than someone who's like, know your place. Don't stick your head out too far. Just go with the flow kind of thing, right? So yeah, rant over for now.
Whoa, powerful word.
Imperialist Opinions just commented, Animac changing our lives right now. Bro, that was like a really good analysis, and like it was pretty inspiring. Your speech alone was inspiring, dude.
Thank you, guys. But that's what it comes from anime, right? Anime made me think of this stuff, and that's why eventually I will make a whole video about Gurren Lagann, talking about all these things, because there's so much to talk about. But yeah, like, it really is.
Actually looking into the powers of many anime, trying to put math into the mix, trying to see exactly how powerful different attacks are, and In Gurren Lagann at the end, when they're just flying past galaxies, how fast would you say they're moving?
Faster than the speed of the possible.
Yeah, they're moving that
I was
impossible.
gonna say the fight that fought over space and over time.
Yeah, well, they were like fighting in like kind of like I don't know 2 dimensions or something like that. It was really weird.
Well, I like the series more than the films. So you guys are talking about the films now.
No.
No, the series.
Nope. Series.
Yeah, because they were in space, weren't they? But then everyone on Earth could see them like a projection of them fighting.
Oh, okay.
Which was really weird because obviously if you're all the way in space, you're in space. You wouldn't see some kind of weird astral.
Dude, you need to rewatch Gurren Lagann.
No, I rewatch it all the time. But
Clearly
I
don't
know
remember.
what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about the whole because in the movie there's a more thing. But yeah, like they disrupt the space-time continuum with the fight because of like the anti-spirals trying to control the universe and stuff. They create like the whole disruption. But again, to me, it's just like it shows you it's a symbol. The anime is a symbol for don't be stuck by what people, trapped by what people tell you is possible and impossible. Don't think of it in terms of scientific and physics and how much it makes sense in our world. Think about how much it can inspire us to be different and make changes in our world. Even though our laws of physics are different, we don't have spiral power that powers us, but still that way of thinking, that is, I think, the important thing. The way of thinking outside the box, that is what the show really teaches us.
That
and of course,
a gerbil can be a hero.
There was another anime that kind of like, I don't know, it has a feel of, beating the odds and, inspiring you to, just keep going despite what people say. That was kind of out around about the same time, and that was Air Gear. I don't know if anyone saw that, with the guys using rollerblades and stuff. So that kind of has that same kind of feel. So yeah, of beating the odds and rising up in it.
Yeah, it's definitely, guys. This was, I think, an amazing discussion. Thank you all for your contributions. Nux, thank you for being here for the first time. Pleasure to have you.
My pleasure. Hopefully, the first of many.
Of course, you're always invited back. Just let me know when you can. Everyone in the chat, thank you so much for coming and participating. It's been a great time. Drop a like if you enjoy Rant Café. Let's see if we can beat that record. And yeah, we're gonna join the Discord server if you want. It's a lot of fun. We have special channels for like anime theories, anime news, right? We have a lot of events that we organize. We have a flag contest coming up with the official AnimeUproar flag. We have a writing contest coming up with the best idea for an anime, and we're going to be talking about that on Rant Café right here in one of the episodes. We're going to have the best ideas for a new anime. We're going to be reading out here on Rant Café and deciding which one is our favorite. So that's something else we're doing. We have regular karaoke sessions and stuff over there. So be sure to check that out. I'm excited to work on this Attack on Titan theory about the dinosaurs tonight. Hopefully finish it within the next few days, so look out for that. Before we go, I want to just hand it over to our peeps here so they can say who they are and what they do on their channels, if they have a channel. Nox, you're new, so let's go to you.
Hello, I'm Nux, partial alcoholic, have a YouTube channel, and I get made fun of there because I'm too sarcastic.
And yes, but he is hilarious. I love his sense of humor. The guy's awesome. Be sure to check him out. Link in the description, and we're going to have him back here because he's a great guy. Now to Recon.
I'll go
Apparently
last.
a rival.
I'll go last.
Oh, God, Recon. Why are you so complicated, man?
I like going last.
So you can be like, I love you all.
Technically, yes. Just move on to someone else.
Briggs, are you here?
Yes, I am. I want to
To you.
apologize for not being super active this stream. I've just been having to do some stuff in between. But thank you so much for having me. I am Briggs from the YouTube channel All Day Anime. I make fact / explanation videos talking about concepts or just cool stuff about anime like My Hero Academia, The Seven Deadly Sins, stuff like that. I wish I could do more One Piece, but sadly, it seems like my fan base does not care for One Piece content. But I will be implementing it every now and then. What'd you say, Nux?
Tried to throw in a Big Mom video. No one seemed to like it.
I liked it. I really liked it, bro. I wish you could do more One Piece content.
Well, then for you, it was worth it.
Hey. If you learned anything from this stream, watch Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. If you have already seen Kenichi, watch Hajime no Ippo, or vice versa. Also, Gurren Lagann, fantastic watch. All very inspirational and motivational.
And if none of those, then you can check out Digimon.
Digital Monsters.
Digimon are the champions.
Dun.
Challenge failed. To you, Soul Maka.
Well, okay, yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Soul Maka. All you guys from Discord should know me. Anyone else who wants to get to know me, you can find me on the Discord. I'm always there, ready to discuss manga, anime, and teach you the right way to watch anime and not end up like Recon. Over to you, Recon.
Yes, and while Soul is
Isn't
being
it great you're last?
while Soul is being so self-righteous, I teach him how to properly pronounce names in Japanese. So he's not perfect either, is he?
Yeah, Mikasa.
Yeah, Mikasa as Sukasa. Recon, to you.
Oh, so good. Anyways, what up? Yeah, this Recon, I do them reactions, seasonal, so on, and I do them top 10s, quality top 10s that everybody likes. So subscribe if you're new. Go ahead. I don't give a shit really. Hashtag Recon no Piku. Hashtag Havoc no Piku. You can call me any of them. I don't give a fuck. And yeah, that's about it.
That was clearly a scripted speech.
Yes. He planned this all along. He's like,
He needed some time. That's why he wanted to go last.
He was writing it the whole time while we were giving us. That's what it was.
Yeah, he outsmarted all of it.
Anything. I haven't been writing anything, bro.
I don't know how to write. Fuck that. But yeah, guys, thanks again, everyone in the chat, everyone who joined us here today. We're back again next week, Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all the time here, having a great time, saying time a lot as well. And until next time, damn it, see ya, Space Cowboys.
I love you all. Bang Shimpaku.